And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Tremblay versus Hoyt. Step forward, please.
Telemarketer Diane Tremblay is suing her son's ex-girlfriend, 23-year-old collection agent Jamie Hoyt, for breaking an apartment lease. Jamie says Diane's son was abusive.
Miss Tremblay, Miss Hoyt is your son's former girlfriend.
Yes.
And is this the son?
Yes, he is.
According to what I read, you and your son and Miss Hoyt shared an apartment together. Each of you were responsible for a third of the rent, or $600. Miss Hoyt left 1 month prior to the expiration of the lease. You want her to pay her $600.
Correct.
And Miss Hoyt says that your son's behavior rendered it dangerous for her to live there, so she left. That's your defense. Is that right?
Correct.
When did you move out?
It was around the first 2 weeks of January. I don't know the exact date, though.
Had you paid January's rent?
Yes, I had.
So the month that you hadn't paid was February?
Correct.
Is it correct that she left within the first 2 weeks of January?
Yes, but her belongings were there till the end of the month.
I don't care, but she had paid the rent.
Yes, she did.
Tell me what happened. What caused you to leave?
It was a few things, actually. Eric and I fought a lot, and when we would fight, we could go 12 rounds most of the time.
You mean physically or verbally?
We would just scream at each other, and the fact that Diane also lived there, she would take her son's side, so it's not like I was just fighting him, I was fighting her as well. And I just got to the point where I just couldn't fight anymore. I would come home, and sometimes we would fight all night long, and neighbors would hear us fighting and ask us what was going on the next day. It got to be embarrassing to leave my house sometimes. The fact that Diane drinks the way that she does also made it hard to live there, because I have alcoholics in my family and I know what it's like to live with one, and that's pretty much it.
You knew that when you moved in?
Yes.
So that's not anything new. So there was no real precipitating factor that caused you to leave?
Well, the day that I left, Eric and I were in our fighting match as usual, and we were in the closet. And
why were you in a closet?
Because I was packing my things. And we got into the fight, and we had a small, I guess it's like a square laundry basket. And I don't know if it was on purpose or if it wasn't on purpose, but it was dropped on my head by Eric when we were fighting. And I just left my stuff there, and I left.
Your Honor, this has been going on for 3 solid years with Jamie and Eric. She moved in, she was a complete stranger, and we took her in because her mother had kicked her out of her house. And we took her in, and she paid no rent whatsoever. Then we moved, and she signed a year lease and stayed for 9 months. She left, they were quarreling. She usually started the fights. She would attack him, she would bite him. He has physical bruises all over his body where she attacked him several times. Eric never did anything but to try to defend himself. And then after that, she moved back in again. She stayed for almost a year, paid nothing. And they fought on and off. It was a continual thing.
Well, why did you permit that, Ms. Tremblay?
I actually stayed out of their fighting. She says that I interfered.
Why did you permit her to move in?
Eric let her come back in. Jamie does what she wants.
Just a minute, how old is he?
She walks out. She comes in her window.
How old is he?
He's 22 years old. But when she wants to come in, she'll climb in her window. You know,
Miss
she
Tremblay.
comes in anytime she wants.
Miss Tremblay.
My son had to have her taken away to a mental institution for 3 days. I mean, she went chasing her around with knives.
Miss Tremblay.
Knives. And she was put away. During all these, years. I mean, it's been horrible. And she has been the one that she has undermined him, she has belittled him, she has brainwashed him.
Are you finished? Are you finished? Are you still living in the same apartment that you were living in when she moved out?
Yes, my son and I are.
You don't have a third roommate, do you?
We do right now because we need help with the rent. Because Eric was laid off. He's entering the military very soon.
Well, they take him tomorrow if they're going to take him.
He's all signed up.
So what's the holdup, Eric?
He had to lose a few pounds.
No, I'm actually enlisted now. I'm in the debt program. The actual MOS that I'm... Sorry. The actual MOS...
When was the last time you worked full-time?
Back in October. It's been a couple months.
No, a couple is 2.
He's had a hard time finding work.
Well...
Listen, it was not a good arrangement. You weren't happy with the arrangement. He wasn't happy with the arrangement. She wasn't happy with the arrangement. Before it became just a verbal confrontation between your son and the defendant, she left. Very smart. Deal with it. Your case is dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I never climbed in and out of windows.
Climbing in out of the windows, yeah, she's done it whenever she's felt like it. When she's moved out and she wanted to come back in for something, some reason or other, it's all true.
When you're in love, you know, you do whatever love tells you to do.
She lies continually. She has stolen from us.
His mom doesn't like me for no apparent reason.
This is just going to be something that's going to be ongoing between them for the rest of our lives.
At least just be friendly with each other.
I see us having a good future together, just one without my mother.
No need for name calling anymore and screaming matches.
He's been brainwashed.
19-year-old escrow assistant Danielle Yankowski is suing her former landlord, contractor Rick Schaefer, for the return of her security deposit and sexual harassment. Rick is countersuing for 2 months' rent, property damage, and harassment.
Order. All rise. Quiet in the courtroom, please. Thanks. Your Honor, this is case number 226 on the calendar, the matter of Yankowski versus Schaefer. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Ms. Yankowski, you rented a room from the defendant. It was a short-term arrangement. You weren't happy. He wasn't happy. You claim he owes you money. That money is from your security deposit, which he didn't return. And you also want a whole bunch of punitive damages. Because how much was your security deposit?
$450.
$450. But you're suing him for $2,000 because you say he aggravated you. He says that you're a troublemaker, that you used up your security deposit because you made a big mess. And he's counterclaiming for $1,600 because he says you owe him for rent, punitive damages, you caused him to lose a tenant, and you aggravated him. So he wants a whole bunch of money from you. Don't people know how to, if things don't work out, just to go their separate ways and say goodbye?
If they did, we wouldn't be in business.
When did you rent the room, Miss Yankowski?
I moved in on June 8th.
You found them through an ad in the paper, through...
Through a rental service. You pay money, they give you a listing.
How much was the security deposit?
$450.
Is that right so far?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was the rent for the room?
The rent for the room was $450 plus utilities.
How long did you stay?
A month.
And you paid for the month that you were there?
Yes.
During that time, he gave you a 30-day notice to leave?
Yes.
Is that right, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you keep her security deposit?
First of all, she caused some damages to my home.
Tell me.
After I gave her the 30 days notice, she was going around slamming cabinet doors that were just remodeled, and they bent.
The cabinet doors bent?
Yes.
What kind of substance did you remodel them with?
Wood.
And she bent the wood? Mr. Schaefer.
I can show you easier than I can tell you. And she also left water on the floor during her showers. Here's the cabinet door that she bent. And this is also, she was throwing away the silverware in the trash after I gave her notice.
Did you slam this door and cause this damage?
No, I didn't.
What makes you think she did that, sir?
I was in the room when she did it. I watched her do it.
Show me how she did that. Describe to me how she did that.
She was going under the sink. She took the door and slammed it.
Yeah?
That's what she did. And
No,
that's
that doesn't happen as a result of slamming a door. No. What else?
the damage to the floor and the wall in the bathroom.
Let's take a look at that. Danielle refused to wipe up water after her showers. I had to do it for her. Water damage on the floor and wall. Looks like you didn't take really good care of his property.
There was a towel on the floor in the bathroom that I used every time I took a shower. There was also another female living in the house, and every time...
Another tenant?
Yes.
Was the other tenant also using this bathroom?
Yes, she was.
Didn't have a different bathroom?
No.
Okay. Now, what else are you suing for? And let's make the other stuff fast, because I have a low tolerance level for nonsense.
Well, the entire time I was there, he pretty much made my life a living hell.
That's a good reason to move.
Yeah, with sexual harassment and...
Like what?
Like, we were watching that movie, Monsters Ball with Halle Berry. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but in that movie she's naked. And he made the comment, oh, well, that's what your body looks like naked. I was just like, okay, how would you know? And he's just like, well, I can kind of tell.
True.
We were sitting at dinner one night, and he mentioned how big my breasts were and what they looked like naked. I was on the phone with a guy one night. When I got off the phone, he's just like, oh, who is that? The only reason he'd be calling you is if he had sex with you. Use a different word. He told me that the only reason any guy would ever talk to me is if he had a sexual interest in me. One night I had a guy come over. He was coming over, he was going to pick me up, and we were going to go out. The next morning he asked me, oh, so did you guys have sex? And it's just like little comments like that.
Did it bother you?
Oh, yeah.
Did he really irritate you?
Oh, yeah. And then
So you were planning on moving?
Yes.
Because he was acting like a jerk?
Yes.
He didn't touch you?
No.
Did he? He just made sexual innuendos. Like a jerk?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you met jerks like that before?
Yes.
It's not the last one you're going to meet.
I know. I know.
If he said it, and I don't know, Mr. Schaefer, I don't know if he said it, but if he said it, it's a jerk. You were going to move. He gave you a 30-day notice before you gave him notice. Goodbye. You get your security deposit back. Go and be happy. Anything else you want?
Well, I mean...
Anything else you want?
No.
Perfect. Now, what do you want?
First of all, I want her to pay for the damages to the house.
She's not paying for the damages to the house, sir.
Okay.
You had more than one tenant, and there is no way that I can tell which one of the two girls who showered got water on the wall.
Okay.
Next.
She moved her brother into my home, into her bedroom, and I told her that she wasn't allowed to sublease.
So?
So she was having her brother live there, and he was going to my neighbors, telling them that I was and slandering me.
What difference does it make with regard to this lawsuit if her brother was saying something? What does that have to do with her?
Because she brought him into my home.
Did you ever hear the expression, I am not my brother's keeper? That's from a very old book. Very old. Next.
She went to my tenant and was telling her things.
Where's your tenant?
She moved out with her.
Were you there when she made remarks to your tenant about you?
Yes.
Oh, good. What did you hear her say about you?
That I was making sexual remarks to her, which I wasn't. The only sexual remark that was actually said was when she was walking down the hallway. One day I asked her what was going on, and she said she came out of her bedroom saying that she was masturbating feverishly.
Oh my God.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And later today,
I had no idea any of this was going on at all.
My mother was in tears. I was in tears.
I'm thinking my wife left me before I got married, but I don't know what's going on.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Danielle Yankowski says landlord Rick Schaefer owes for the return of her security deposit and for making inappropriate comments of a sexual nature.
Sir, I don't understand what you're suing her for.
Well, I lost a tenant because of her. She didn't know the tenant.
I have no idea whether you lost a tenant or not because if a tenant's not here. Even if it's true, the tenant wasn't happy, the tenant can leave. But you can't tell me the reason that the tenant moved because that's in somebody else's mind. I find that I cannot determine who caused the water splatter in the bathroom because you had more than one tenant using the bathroom. And her brother said things about you that were not nice. Is that right?
Yes.
So what do you want?
I didn't want her to bring anyone in the house in the first
So
place.
she did. So you evicted her, right?
Yes.
If you weren't unhappy with her, you wouldn't have given her a 30-day notice, right?
Right.
She was a good tenant and someone that you were satisfied with. Everything would have been cool, right?
Right.
So you did what you were supposed to do. Give her a 30-day notice and say, bye, return a security deposit, and you all go your separate ways. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $450. Your counterclaim is dismissed as nonsense. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She was threatening me.
He figured that he wouldn't be able to sleep with me and, decided that he would harass me.
Be aware of little girls.
Beware of creepy old men.
Ms. Karen Holmson is suing her ex-boyfriend, aerospace worker Carrie Miles, for damage to her car and medical expenses. Carrie is countersuing for defamation of character as the result of a slanderous flyer.
Order. All rise. Now, this is case number 235 on the calendar in the matter of Holmson versus Miles. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat, please.
Ms. Holmson, your claim is twofold. First, you claim that the defendant, who you were dating for a period of time, damaged your car, and he did it on purpose. He keyed your car, and then he damaged your sunroof and other parts of the car because he was angry. Second part of your claim is that he had agreed to pay for some medical tests for you And while he gave you some money towards the medical tests, that's what he said, the amount of money that he gave you was not sufficient. But he said, I only agreed to give her $200. Any other tests that she did were tests that she decided to do on her own. Is that right?
Correct, Your Honor.
You also, Mr. Miles, acknowledged that you did cause some damage to the car. But you say that you did pay for that damage, and you're going to prove that to me. Right?
Correct.
So, how long were you dating before you got into this argument with him?
I met him on Valentine's Day, and he did the damage to the car when he keyed the car in April.
April of what year?
Of last year.
So in April of 2001, he keyed your car.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Okay, we got in an argument due to, because we were dating, and a woman had called the home, my home. She said that she just got out of jail and that Steve had come to pick her up and she'd spent some time with him. So we got an argument over that, and I told him I didn't want to see him anymore, and he was drunk as usual. And he left, and I spoke with a neighbor. They said that they saw him.
Don't tell me what a neighbor saw.
Oh, I know. I personally didn't see it, but he laughed at me later to my face and said, ha, ha, ha. Okay? Later on, the woman had called, because he left when he was at work, he had left his cell phone at home, and I answered it. And it was the same woman. Well, this woman was all messed up or something, I don't know. She stated that she had had sex with Mr. Miles. That just hurt me so bad. So I told him that due to the fact that I found out that she was a prostitute and coming out of jail, that I wanted to be tested because I wanted to leave him. And that was only fair. So he admitted that it was his fault, but much in fact he owed me that he would take me to the doctor and pay for all doctor bills. When we went to the doctor, he didn't give me any money. I haven't received a dime. My doctor bills come to $790.50. And at the end of it, it was so ugly when he moved in with me in my apartment on Grants.
So you're rambling.
Okay, no. It's very, no, You're
rambling.
Okay,
all right.
Anyway.
So let me understand this. It's simple. Your car was keyed, but you didn't see him do it. And your proof is that he looked at you and laughed and said, ha, ha, ha. That's your proof. What other damage was done to the car?
He took my car drunk to the car wash. He obviously had pushed a button in the middle console.
When was this?
I'd say middle May, because we took the car into the shop.
This was after this woman called you on the telephone?
Yes.
You took the car with him? You let him take the car? Were you still
yes,
together?
Yes, because we had just got through moving. I was having a nervous breakdown.
Just a second. So you were still together at that point?
Yes.
And when did he key your car? What month?
April.
So after he keyed your car, you still lived with him?
Yes.
And then he took the car drunk in May?
Yes.
Do you drink too?
Occasionally,
yes.
But I don't drink and drive.
But you drink too?
Occasionally.
Yes. And you drink a little or a lot?
On occasions, I do drink.
How about today?
No.
How about today?
No.
What's the matter?
No.
What's the matter?
Just listening.
Okay. When did you go to the doctor?
6/12.
And when had you received the telephone call from this woman?
2 weeks prior, because she said he had to get some money to take me to the doctor. Well, after he'd agreed to pay so much money, the lab reports came back, and that ended up costing so much more money that he was unaware of, so I sent him.
And when did you finally separate?
He wouldn't leave the home because it's a law that you have to serve somebody and give them 30 days to leave. So I had to leave my own home and go to Alaska, leaving him in charge of my home and my animals. He destroyed my home, didn't feed my animals, wouldn't let my maids in to clean it.
Could you just tell me when you separated?
We separated when I returned from Alaska on July 9th. And, Your Honor, you could see that I need a follow-up because something came back from saying that something was wrong with me, and due to the financial status that he left me in, I have been unable to return to the doctor to find out what is wrong with me. So I've lived with it for months, freaking out, thinking what is wrong, and I can't afford to go back because I'm a single mom. I just paid for my daughter's wedding and picking up his end of my rent.
Let me explain something to you. If you think you have something wrong with you physically, you take care of that before you pay for your daughter's wedding. Don't talk stupid. Don't talk really stupid, because these tests are over a year old.
I sent them to him. He refuses to pay me.
I'm not talking about him refusing to pay you. I'm talking about if you think that there's something wrong with you physically.
Your Honor, I don't have insurance and I don't have the money, and it's cost a ton.
How much was your daughter's wedding?
$3,000.
You paid for that? You just told me?
She's entitled to that, Your Honor. I had promised her that.
That's great. That's great. But if you think there's something physiologically wrong with you, then you take care of that before you take care of anything else.
That's why I'm
anything.
So
don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. I mean, don't say stupid things to me, because if you say stupid things to me, it presupposes that I'm stupid. And I don't like people to think I'm stupid. Old, maybe. Stupid, never.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Don't care.
This is proof, Your Honor.
Don't care.
This is why I came to you, because I know you're very fair. And
I am very fair and very short-tempered.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Karen Holmson claims ex-boyfriend Carrie Miles owes for damage to her car and for the cost of blood tests after he had an affair with a prostitute. Carrie is countersuing for defamation of character.
All right. Mr. Miles, I'm going to hear from you, sir. Let's start with the car.
Okay, I did not key her car.
Fine, let's talk about what you did to her car.
Okay, I did take it to the car wash.
When you were drunk?
No, I wasn't drunk.
What'd you take it to the car wash for, sir?
Because she wanted it to be washed.
Yeah.
So I had it washed for her, brought it back, left it at her house. I took off, went back home. She calls me up about 3 or 4 days later and says that she was out driving and the sunroof come off and that I broke the sunroof. I can't prove that I did or I didn't. I took responsibility. I took it down to the Porsche dealer. I paid $800 to have it fixed, and that was the end of the car situation. I would never touch that car because of that.
What about the medical test?
I did agree to have an AIDS test.
Stop playing with your papers. I can't hear him.
And when it finally came to an end, yes, it was a very bad situation. So yeah, she sent a bill. I have one bill here for $558, and then now she's saying it's $800 and something. No, it was not. I agreed. I paid $200 at the clinic when we went there for the test. Yes, I did agree for that. I did pay that, and that was that.
Would you ask him if this is his signature, please?
No, it is not. Or wait, yes, it is.
Ah. Would you read what that says?
It says, I, Carrie Stephen Miles, will pay Corinne $350 on Friday 18th and $25 and take you to the doctor on Tuesday the 22nd.
So did you give her $350?
Yes, I did.
Show me.
I don't have a receipt for it, Your Honor.
Well, show me a check.
I don't have a check for it.
So? Is this the note that he signed for you?
Yes, Your Honor. There's also another one stating that he would pay for all of the car and all of the lab.
Well, I don't have a note for that.
Is that okay that I reach in here now that he's not?
Now you have. Now you
okay,
can do that.
thank you very much. Here's this, and here's also. Oh, gosh. Okay, here also is for the car damages. If she'd like to see that.
Sure, that note.
Could I give you a bailiff this, ma'am?
No. It's your signature, right?
Yes, it is.
Well, would you explain all that to me, sir?
Yes. At that time, when this was all coming to an end, I did write that.
Why? It says here
Because
that you promised to pay her $430 for the damages to the car, $50 because something that you owed her, for doctor bills for a full exam and lab work done, and will pay $400 and no cents for rent before July 1st, 2001. And then you signed it.
Okay, at that time, I signed it to get her out of my life because of the things she has been caused in my life. She sent flyers all through my work.
Just a minute. There you're coming to your counterclaim, sir. I'm going to get to your counterclaim in a second. You signed these IOUs, right?
Yes.
You're stuck with them.
Okay.
Just show that to me at the beginning. I didn't have to listen to all this nonsense.
Your Honor, this is my car. This is for the car. My estimate is $6,200.
I don't care what the estimate is. $430 is what I have a note for. Period. Period. End of discussion. End of discussion.
This is proof, Your Honor. If you would read this further, because they fixed the car, they sent it back. It was malfunctioning. They did further research on it. They saw that he smashed it, so they had to get a whole new sunroof. And here's all the repeats. It's all in
the. Don't care. Don't care.
This is what. It's my life and my car.
Then you should have pursued your remedies sooner. This is what you have a note for.
This is why I came to you, because I know you're very fair. And
I am very fair and very
short
short-tempered. Now, let's get to your counterclaim. Your counterclaim says that because she was very angry with you, put some flyers up around town that caused you a great deal of stress and discomfort.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have one of those flyers?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to take a look at it. Listen, there's not quiet.
And I also have a witness that was present at my work when they were put all through my work at a bar that I was at.
Just a second. Now, this is a very, very nasty flyer. Did you do this flyer?
No, I did not, Your Honor.
Well, it is certainly nasty.
I bet he did it himself.
What?
He probably did it for himself.
Why would you say that? Have you seen them?
I don't know, because he's already told me that I did this and that, and I haven't.
Listen to me. I'm asking you a question. Did you or did you not?
No, I did not.
Put up a flyer of him?
No, I did not.
Okay. You have a witness that you say saw her put this flyer around?
No, that's seen the flyers at my work.
I didn't see her.
Didn't see her, no. It was done early morning when we were all inside working.
What proof do you have, sir, that she did it?
I have a letter that matches her handwriting there, and I also have, I know where that picture came from that she cut out and put on those. That picture was taken when we were out to dinner one night at a photo booth right by the restaurant we went to. And then she pasted my face onto those.
Where did this note come from?
She sent it to my house.
On the back of the bill from the doctor.
Right, because that's a note she sent to my house. And I also have a letter from my work stating that the flyers were put up all around my work.
Just a minute. You put these up.
No, I did not, ma'am.
You sure you did?
No, I did not.
I think you did.
I know that I didn't.
I think you did.
Your Honor, I also have a letter from my work stating that they were posted all throughout my job.
Let me see it. No, I think you did.
Could I look at could I look at what I supposedly did, Your Honor, please?
Sure can.
That is absolutely not my writing. That is absolutely not my writing.
Well, what about
the benefit of a doubt?
Just a second. What about the letter? Is that your writing?
Oh, the letter is most definitely my
It's the
writing.
same writing.
No, it is not.
Can I please have that back?
That is not, and I did not do that. The police called me up, and I was at home sleeping. I got a phone call from the Garden Grove Police Department in the morning, woke me up.
Okay.
I did not do that, and that is a lie, and I am not a liar.
Whether you did it or whether you caused it to be done, madam, I believe it is my responsibility to weigh by a preponderance of the evidence whether I believe that he has sustained his burden on his counterclaim. I believe that he has.
That is not my writing, and if you want to see me, that is not my writing.
Your Honor.
Go ahead.
I also have a witness. He's a fellow co-worker that was a witness that I had dropped my keys into the ocean. She had a set of my keys and would not give them back until I gave her money. That's one of the reasons I signed that thing. She still wouldn't give me back my keys.
I don't care why you signed it. You signed it.
You're correct.
Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
You signed it. Now, what were the ramifications of having these things posted around your job?
A lot of humor and a lot of humiliation.
Yeah, I think so.
They were around my work. They were at the local bar that I go to, and they were around my neighborhood. I work with 650 people, and probably half of them are women. So yes, it was
not nice.
Not
Absolutely
nice.
not nice.
They had to pull people out of doing their job to go pick up these flyers all over the parking lot. Yeah, I almost lost my job. They were wondering what was going to happen next. They called me up to the front office, wondering should they get a security guard?
Listen.
What's up next?
Okay. You were in a relationship with this lady. It's clear to me you didn't do the right thing.
For 3 months, yes, I was.
You were in a relationship and didn't do the right thing.
Right.
Right?
Correct.
So there are certain things that could happen to you as a result of that. Right? You made her really, really mad. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Really angry. As a result of that being really angry, she retaliated and did this. She's going to pay for that because as far as I'm concerned, I would have awarded her almost $1,800 on her claim. She's going to get nothing on her claim. She's going to get nothing on her claim because if the situation were reversed and you put these signs up around about her, and just because you're a guy and she's the gal doesn't mean that it's any less obnoxious, any less defamatory, any less vulgar.
I didn't do it.
Yes, you
This
did.
is my number.
Judgment on the counterclaim in the amount of $2,500.
Look at, you please check the numbers. These are my handwriting in figures. Look at how different they are. Look at, that is my letter, but the poster's not. These are my figures. There is a phone number on there. Do they match my writing of the totals here? So, ma'am, please look at this because this is wrong.
Sure.
And
I will.
swear to
Listen,
God,
my mind is open.
I did not do that. I would not do that.
My mind is open.
No, I have children and grandchildren, Your Honor, and I would not put that up. No way, no way. There's children that would have seen that. That is not right, and I swear to God I did not do that. I swear to God I did not do that, and they're not even close. I know that's not my writing.
All right. You have opportunity and inclination. You also have a picture of him. You also had a motive to do it because you were really, really angry.
It's not my writing, and that is my writing. That picture, I don't even know. I didn't even really look at the picture. I was looking at the handwriting.
Take a look at the picture.
And I don't even have a picture of him because he took them all and ripped them all up. He is the one that had the picture. And if I wouldn't know better, he took the thing because that is not my writing. I mean, I wish you would call somebody in here to see the signatures because the numbers, I swear, if you look at mine on the, it says grand total, do you see the numbers? They're not even close to that.
I see the grand total.
It's not the same, and it's not fair because I didn't do that.
Listen to me. You may not be satisfied. I'm satisfied.
Well, can't you see for your own eyes that it doesn't match? They don't match. It's not my writing.
Your problem is...
It's not my writing.
Madam, I'm telling you, I believe that you were so angry for a very good reason that you put up these flyers, and whether you wrote it or whether you had a friend write it or somebody else wrote it, this is what you did. And I'm looking, I'm reading. Do you want me to read what you wrote on this?
To say that I did
Do you want me to read what you wrote on this?
That's scandalous. I think he had those made just to do what he's doing right now. That's what I believe.
Don't make this uglier than you.
But I didn't do it. I
Live
didn't
with you.
do it.
No, this is what you wrote.
Oh, I wrote that, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what I'm
Absolutely.
reading, madam.
Upset? Are you out of your mind? Yes, I'm upset. But I would never go to the fire department. I never did that. I swear to God.
I believe you did.
No,
and I'm not going to read this because this is too sick.
Because that's
all.
just right up
You have
his
my
alley.
verdict. Do you understand what the verdict is?
Yes.
Good. Judgment on the counterclaim in the amount of $2,500. Plaintiff gets absolutely nothing. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I don't understand the verdict. I think that she needs a new pair of glasses.
I'm happy with the judgment. I think it was fair and just.
I think that she accused me of something I know, without a benefit of a doubt, I did not do.
I'd do anything to get out of this relationship.
I think it's out of control.
I never lived with her, for one thing.
It's absurd.
She needs money.
Look at all the things that he had done to me. He had to do something because he knew he owed me that money.
For the nightmare I went through, that was nothing.
I don't care about this man, but I do care about the bills he left with me and the financial status and all the pain and suffering and the lies and the car damage and everything.
Not getting my keys back, have my car all rekeyed.
Of course he would make those flyers. They'd be right up his alley, pornographic things like that.
No, I didn't. I have proof from my work, bars. I mean, there's 1,000 people that's seen that flyer.
The doctor bills I still have to return. And you know what? He still owes me for all of that because he went out with a prostitute. That's why. That's what kind of punk he is.
Don't break the law.
School bus driver Sharon Garcia is suing her daughter, maid Angela Terrell, for unpaid loans. Angela is countersuing for the return of her belongings.
Order. All rise. Quiet in the courtroom, please. This is case number 170 on the calendar in the matter of Garcia versus Terrell. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats, please.
Ms. Garcia, the defendant is your daughter.
Yes.
Without going into too much history, there did come a time when, according to you, and I believe that your daughter acknowledges that you loaned her some money for two things. First, for a sofa that she wanted.
Yes.
And then a car loan. Then there came a time when your daughter was having some difficulty. She moved in with you.
Correct.
Is that right? With her children.
Yes.
And she put a lot of her stuff in a storage unit that was in your name.
That's correct.
That's her counterclaim. Her counterclaim is that you locked the storage unit and she can't get her property. Right?
Yes.
How long did you live with your mother?
From October 2001 to February 2nd, 2002.
And when did she lend you the money for the couch?
March 2001.
How much did she lend you at that time?
I believe it came to $26 and some odd dollars, $2,600.
When you moved in with her, what happened to the couch?
Well, when I got laid off and moved out of my apartment, she got a U-Haul, she got a storage unit. We moved everything to that storage unit.
Where is the couch now?
From what I've heard last, that she has moved it out of the storage unit and moved it into her house.
Where's the couch now?
In my basement.
Did you make any payments on the couch?
No.
None?
None. We had an agreement that when I got my income taxes back, because I had a whole year to pay on it, I had till April 2002 to pay for it, that I would give her the money for it.
You don't need the couch, do you?
No.
So you're perfectly happy to return the couch to her if she pays the money?
Correct.
That's fine. That takes care of the couch. Now what about the car? Did your mother lend you money for a car?
We had leased a car, both her name and then my name, and I was making payments. I was late on it because I was laid off, and she knew I was going to be late, and then...
But the car was for you?
Yes. It was for
And you told her that you would make the payments?
Yes.
And you didn't?
No. I was late.
So what happened?
Well, I asked her for some money to borrow to pay...
Who's her?
I'm sorry, Rebecca Martin. If I could borrow some money, she lent it to me. Then I paid February's, and then when I went in March on a vacation just to Ohio for a couple days, I had a check in my purse in my car for March's payment. Next morning I woke up and my car was gone. When I got my belongings back, she took the check out of my purse. I found out she took money out of my account of $26.33 out of my account, one for a car payment and one for my couches. But then she asked for the storage key back, so she wouldn't give me my couches anyway, even though she got the money out
Where's
for
the
it.
car?
The car's my possession.
Are you using it?
Yes, I am.
I mean, you're using it for basic transportation for yourself?
Yes.
Okay, so you pay for the car. And the storage stuff, you're prepared to give back to her?
That's correct.
So we've taken care of some of the financial stuff. Yes. The car you're going to use, so you'll continue to pay for the car. She's going to give you $2,600 for the sofa. The problem that I have here is that you have children. And I gather that since this incident that happened between you and your mother hasn't seen your children. Why is that?
With everything that... I've had a really rough life living in that household and a lot of abuse that was in the house. And I don't want my children around that. I don't want them to go through what I've went through in my life, so I rather just keep them away. And then she called Protective Services and told them that I punched them in the face. Took the chance on me getting my kids taken away.
Did you ever hit your children?
No, I don't hit them. I don't punch them. I spank my children. I'm not going to lie. I discipline my children.
How old are they?
They are 6 and 3. And I could understand if she was looking out for the welfare of the children. I could get over that. Yeah, she was looking out for the best interest. To sit there and straight up lie to get a chance on... My daughter was pulled out of gym class to be questioned. She was upset about that, and
When you hit your children, where do you hit them?
I hit them on their butts.
With what?
My hand.
Anything else?
No, not like her, that she uses a spatula.
I don't think so.
What does your 3-year-old do that inspires you to hit her?
My son?
Your son. Him.
Well, if he's acting bad, throwing a fit, I mean, you know, a normal 3-year-old, you know, mouthy, no. If timeout's not doing it, if he's not staying in his corner, I spank his butt. I paddle his butt.
Paddle it with what?
My hand.
Anything else?
No. That's hard enough. I don't need any objects.
I'm not going to get into that with you, but 3-year-olds have a limited understanding.
A boy at that.
Yeah, well. And if children grow up in violence, that's what happens. So if you grew up in what you allege is a violent household, where you were corporally punished, perhaps you want to rethink your disciplinary mode with your own children, because that perpetuates itself. That doesn't mean that your children who are used to their grandmother shouldn't see her even for a couple of hours every other Sunday, because now that you're angry with each other, what caused this rift? You want to tell me?
Well, it was a domestic violence charge upon her for cutting my face on February 2nd of 2002.
What did she cut your face with?
Her fingernail.
You had a fight?
Yes.
I was fighting her off of me.
About what?
She put my grandson allowed him to go to her ex-boyfriend's
his father
house, who she said that she would not allow him to go over there because in 2000 he took my grandson away from her and wouldn't give him back, was trying to sue her for custody. And she called me up crying, wanting me to help her get my grandson out of the home. So I went over there with her and got the child out of the home with the police, and she said that she would never let him have his, see his son again. Well, as time went by, she forgave him, and she allowed him to see him, but she said she wouldn't leave him alone with him because of all that he has put her through. She didn't want him to see that. So in 2000 of this year, 2002, February 2nd, she let him go over there because we were all sick in the home. I had bronchitis, she was sick, and my grandson was sick, and she wanted to get some sleep. So she let him go over there without her supervision. And I said, I thought you weren't going to allow him to go over there. And we got into an argument, and then she went into a rage, and she cut my face.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
They want to see her. They send her letters. They write her letters. And I want
I've not
that.
received any letters.
She goes off.
Listen, don't fight. I'm trying to make it better.
And later today,
there was no necessarily written contracts or anything of that.
Get to what she owes you money for, sir. I already got that part of the story. I finished with that. What does she owe you money for? What do you think? I don't remember my question? I'm not that old.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Sharon Garcia says her daughter, Angela Terrell, owes for several unpaid loans. Angela says her mother won't return her belongings.
You think it's a smart idea not to let your children see their grandmother?
With her husband in the house, yes.
What do you mean with her husband? You think it's okay with her husband?
I don't want my children around her husband, really. I mean, I'm not really too worried about her. I mean, as long as she doesn't hit him with spatulas or cutting boards or whatever.
What if she just sees him in the park?
Yeah, that's fine. It's supervised visitations. It's
Why don't
fine.
you just see him in the park? It's just, she was part of their lives.
I understand, and my kids miss her terribly. And I hate it, but...
Not for you or not for her.
I know.
But really
for the children. I know. They want to see her. They send her letters. They write her letters. And I want
I have not
that.
received any letters.
Well, isn't there a park where you could meet?
Yes. But with, we have a no contact order, and we have a no, I can't have any negative contact with her. And the way she goes off, just talking.
I mean, isn't there somebody else that you could arrange? And I can't fashion such an order. You can only do that between yourselves.
But I still can't have negative contact.
Listen, don't fight. Okay. I'm trying to make it better. I can't fashion that order. That's not currently before me. But isn't there someone else? I don't know who this lady is.
Her neighbor's a sheriff for Oakland County.
Somebody else who could just pick up the kids,
yes.
Go to the park, let her spend a couple of hours with the kids a couple of times a month on a Sunday. Can't you arrange that? Be a good mother.
I'm trying.
Okay? Be a good mother. Because listen, I mean, it's sort of classic. You're not an unintelligent young woman, but it's really sort of classic. You say you were raised in a house where there was physical abuse, and then you corporally punish your own children. Okay? That perpetuates itself from one generation to another.
I don't want it no more.
So the children need the widest possible community of people that they're familiar with. And good, bad, or indifferent, they're familiar with their grandmother. They lived with her. She's taken care of them at various times, I'm sure. And so now they've been cut off. It's not a good thing for their overall development. So be a good mother. See if you can work something out so that the kids can see their grandmother. Reasonable?
Was it supervised?
Reasonable?
Yes.
Okay. And your mother wouldn't mind that as long as she can see them, because it's not really for her, it's for the children.
Correct.
Okay. So all the property, all of your property is going to be returned within 5 days. You owe your mother $2,600 for the couch because you're going to get it back. So the judgment is for the plaintiff. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I did not abuse my daughter. She was not brought up in an abusive home.
It's hurting my children. She's trying to hurt me, and it's hurting my children.
I did everything out of love to help her out.
Every time I'm with her or around her, I've been brought pain.
20-year-old receptionist Adriana Arias is suing former friend, 22-year-old chef Nicholas Arrieta, for stealing money from her bank account.
Order. All rise. Now, this is case number 189 on the calendar in the matter of Arias versus Arrieta. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. You okay? Okay. Have seats, please.
Miss Arias, for some reason only known to you and those nearest and dearest to you and some being up there, you were dumb enough to give the defendant your ATM card and your PIN number. He is neither related to you by blood or marriage, correct?
Correct.
And it is your claim that without your permission, because you gave it to him for one thing, because he needed gas for his car and he didn't have any money, and without your knowledge and permission, he emptied out your bank account and just kept using your card, and you want your money back.
Yes.
Mr. Arrieta says that he did in fact take money out of your ATM, using your ATM card, and he took money out of your bank account, and he took it out to pay for a variety of things, and he did it with your permission, because you gave him the card and said, whatever you need, just don't shake your head, please, whatever you need, here's my card, and you can take it out. That's your position. Is that right, Mr. Arrieta?
Yes, it is.
And how much money did you, in fact, take out of her ATM?
I believe it was around $750 and up, could have been.
700. But did you understand what he said after $750?
And up it could have been.
And up it could have been. Up it could have been. Is that some sort of language that I'm not aware of?
Could have been more.
It could have been more. That I do understand.
Okay.
How much money did he withdraw from your bank account?
A total of $1,103. 104, I'm sorry. With 33 cents.
$1,104.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Arrieta, he's not exactly sure. He said it could have been $750 and up from there.
Yeah. Well, he pulled out a bunch of receipts. He should know.
First, I'd like you to tell me how you know him.
We've been friends for about 6 years now. We went to high school together since freshman year. We've never had problems, always got along just fine. There's times where we don't see each other, times we do run into each other.
I don't need a whole story.
Yeah.
That's how you've been friends.
Yeah, we've been friends.
Do you work?
Yes, I do.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a receptionist at a hospital.
How long have you been employed as a receptionist at a hospital?
For about 10 months now.
And you have a responsible job?
Yeah.
You go to work every day?
Sure.
And you take your paycheck and you pay your bills?
Yes.
Put your money in your account? You went to the bank and opened up a checking account? Is that right?
Yes.
And they gave you a secret PIN number? And they were very careful when they gave you a secret PIN number. You know, they made you go like this.
Yeah.
You know, so that the lady who was, or man who was giving you the PIN number, they couldn't see what you were doing.
Yeah.
Now tell me why you were dumb enough to give Mr. Arrieta your ATM card and your PIN number?
Basically,
Not basically. Tell me exactly.
The reason why.
Yes.
The reason why is because he had called saying that, you know, he and my sister here had a previous relationship where she had a kid out of the relationship and a paternity test was never done. Now, he won a settlement. He was in an accident a while ago. He won a settlement and he called on the 19th saying, I have the money now. I want to pay for this, you know, the blood test to get done, the paternity test. So when he called, he didn't have the money. He had to go pick it up at his lawyer's office. And when he called me, it's because he needed the money to put gas in his car to get there, which was out of town.
So he came over to your house?
No, I was at work. But he came to my house because he had previously tried to borrow my sister's credit card.
And did you tell him when you wanted him to return the car?
I told him to return it that same evening when I got out of work, which he agreed because he was going to come by.
All right, Mr. Arrieta, now I'd like to hear your version of the events, sir.
Well, I've known the defendant
I want you to.
I've known the defendant for several years, as she explained. I did have relations with her sister. It wasn't
I'm not interested about her sister and your relations with her sister.
The day that I asked for the card, I went to her sister. Her sister gave me a card which didn't work. It was declined. And then so...
What did you go to her sister's house for? To get a card for what?
To get a card for... I told her I needed some money, that I didn't have no money for the weekend. So she said, well, I'll give you some money. Because my thinking was because she thinks...
I don't care what you were thinking, sir.
Well, I asked her for some money.
I don't think that you think.
I asked her for some money, and she was willing to give me some money. Her card declined. That's when I called her and I told her.
Called who?
Called Priscilla.
Put your hand down. When did you call her?
I called her. I never had to call her. Priscilla had told me to go straight to her work, that her sister was willing to give me the card.
When you got there, did you see Adriana?
Yes, I did.
And tell me exactly what happened when you saw Adriana.
When I saw her, she smiled at me, gave me a hug. Hey, how you been? I miss you. It's been a long time. Spoke for a little bit about things, and then...
No, tell me what you spoke about.
We spoke about her nephew, which she claims to be my son.
No, what did you say and what did you say?
I said hello. She said hello back. And that was
I
basically
want you to think hard.
For the card?
No, think hard. Think hard. You said hi. She said hi. Gave you a big hug. And then she said what?
She didn't say nothing. I asked her how her job was going.
And she said?
She said it was going great. She works at the eye doctor.
And then you said?
I came over here to get the card that your sister told me to get because hers declined. She gave me her card and her PIN number.
Mm-hmm. And then where did you go?
Immediately after that, I went to go get repairs for my truck. Went to get a cell phone.
What are you, an idiot? Are you stupid?
No.
What?
No.
Did you come from a long line of idiots?
No, I didn't.
What?
No.
What kind of work do you do?
Me? I don't work.
Me.
I'm a chef.
Me.
Me?
I know what I do for a living. I know what he does for a living. I want to know what you do for a living. I don't want to know what this idiot does for a living because he can't keep a straight face. I want to know what you do for a living.
I'm a part-time chef.
So that means you work in a restaurant?
I work voluntarily sometimes here and there for
You work
weddings.
voluntarily, so who takes care of you?
I'm sorry?
What word don't you understand, Mr. Arias, that I just said?
Can you repeat the question?
Who takes care of you?
I live with my parents.
How old are you?
22.
What does your father do?
He's a machinist.
And your mother?
She doesn't work. She's a housewife.
And you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I do.
How old are they?
My brother's 26. My sister's 23.
Is your brother living at home?
No, he's not.
What does mean? Are you thinking of the answers?
Yeah, because sometimes he
Try not
tries
to try not to think of the answers. Try just to tell the truth.
Yes, he does.
Good. He lives out of the house.
Yes.
And your sister?
She also lives out of the house.
Lives out of the house. She's 23.
Correct. 23.
All right. And is she married?
No.
Is she working?
Yes.
What kind of work does she do?
She works as a receptionist for a doctor.
And how long has she been living out of the house?
6 years.
And your brother, how long has he been living out of the house?
4 years.
So the only one that can't get their act together is you.
Yes.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Why you would want to tie yourself to this idiot for forever by forcing him to have a paternity test, I will never know whether he is the father, whether he's not the father. The guy's a jerk.
And later today,
Where's the phone?
We don't have it anymore. She said that we were not going to get the phone back, that she got to the phone before we did, and that he's dead.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Adriana Arias says former friend Nicholas Arrieta used her ATM card to steal from her account. Nicholas says he had permission to take the money.
Now, you take from your parents. You consider that their responsibility to support you. Is that right?
No, that's not the way I feel.
Well, then why do you continue to take from them?
I don't take from them.
Of course you do.
No.
Do you pay for the electricity in the house?
If I have money, I will pay for it.
How do you have money if you don't work? Is not an answer.
Part-time.
Part-time what?
When I do part-time chef, when I do cooking, sometimes
when
for
was
weddings.
When was the last time you did part-time
2 weeks
work?
ago.
For whom?
For a friend.
Friend's name, telephone number.
George.
George what? And what kind of cooking did you do for George? What is his phone number?
Should I give you the whole food meal, the course of
No,
what I cooked?
what kind of work did you do for him? At a
I
restaurant?
cooked. No, I
Where?
cooked. At his home.
Oh, you went to his house?
Yep.
Why you would want him declare the father of a goldfish, I haven't a clue. I haven't a clue.
My son's 4 now, so it was a long time ago.
Yeah, but why you would want to tie yourself to this idiot for forever by forcing him to have a paternity test, I will never know whether he is the father, whether he's not the father. As far as I'm concerned, you made a mistake. Write it off. Write it off. The guy's a jerk. However, he's a jerk that owes your sister $1,104. Judgment of the plaintiff, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I called him and, you know, I'll call you back. Never called back, so I kind of figured something was up.
It was a gift, so why should I pay her back?
He's basically worthless. He has nothing going for himself, and he brought this upon himself.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Sharon versus Johnston. Step forward, please.
18-year-old student Courtney Sharon is suing her former co-worker, 25-year-old animal hospital manager Felicia Johnston, for destroying her homecoming gown.
Ms. Sharon, according to your complaint, you loaned the defendant a dress. It was a formal dress that you had worn to your homecoming party or something, some other such thing. and she returned it eventually ruined. You want her to pay $500. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. I returned
And Miss I didn't ask you anything yet. And Miss Johnson, is your claim that you believe that she didn't want the dress back when she ultimately said she wanted it back, you put it in a bag, and you gave it back to her?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When did you lend her the dress? Under what circumstances did you lend her the dress, and when did you ask for it back?
I lent her the dress. It was around August of 2001 when she was hired at the clinic, and she was my
What
boss.
clinic?
Talgie Road Veterinary Clinic. It's a member of the Pet's Choice Company. They have
So
clinics.
she was hired at the same place that you were working?
Yes.
How come she asked you for a dress? Tell me
There
when.
was a Pet's Choice event that she needed a formal gown for, and of the people who worked at the clinic, I was most close to her size, I guess.
Where were you when she asked? I mean,
we
you
were at
alone?
work. So
Were you? I know you have a fixed agenda. Listen to me. Did she come to you individually and ask you for a dress, or did she say to a group of people, anybody have a dress I can borrow?
it was in a group setting, but she asked me specifically.
And you said?
I said, as long as you return it dry cleaned in the condition that I loaned it to you, which didn't seem like it would be that difficult to do, then I don't mind.
Fine.
You know, I really didn't want to, but she's my boss, so.
How many times had you worn it?
I had worn it once for about 3 hours, and it had been dry cleaned afterwards and kept in a cedar closet, wrapped
Is that
up.
the way you gave it to the defendant?
Yes. I have photographs of the dress, you know, what it looked like when I loaned it to you. And
When did you first ask for it back?
About 2 weeks after she wore it, and she said that it was at the dry cleaners, which I assumed to be a pretty logical explanation to where the dress was.
Okay, good. And so you asked for it 2 weeks later, and then again?
Again, about a month later, and then 2 months later, and 3 months later. And in the meantime, she started to sabotage my job, and I quit. And at that point, I really got after her about getting it back, and she kept saying it was at the dry cleaners. She wasn't real
Let me see the
specific.
dress. Bert, could I
If
see
you
the
look
dress,
at
please?
the bottom hem, she pulled it down and then tried to hot glue it back together, and
Can I
the
see
lining
it?
is ripped.
Bert, would you hand this back to the plaintiff and ask her to point out on the dress where it's ruined?
Thank you. There's little rips and tears in the fabric, but the thing
No,
that,
I want you to show me exactly where.
Okay.
The big thing that you're talking about is what?
if you look at the bottom hem, it's totally seared off right here, and it's been let go. There's a big rip right there, and the sim has been let down and then tried to reattach with hot glue.
She's shorter than you are.
I don't know why she would do this.
Listen to me. She put a hem on your dress.
Yes, with hot glue. And also, there's these huge, huge rips in the lining.
Well, she did that because she couldn't shorten the dress without cutting the lining.
Yeah, and
Right?
then there's
Right?
a big old rip
Actually,
right here.
I didn't. I can't hem. I can't sew.
Apparently
I have no
not, because
creative.
she used hot glue
No, no.
to hem.
I'm
not speaking to you.
Yeah.
I have no creative bone in my body. I didn't hem it. I wore. I mean,
Just
I
a
wear
minute.
big heels.
Just a second.
Okay.
Clearly, the dress was, somebody attempted to make the dress shorter. Could have been Velcro that somebody tried to
Right.
iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
There wasn't. There was in the lining right there. There was, because when I stepped up on a step, I had on big heels, and I did step on the lining, and it did tear the lining.
So then you tried
But that
to fix
was the only thing that was torn was the lining, and I did try to fix the lining, yes. But
Okay.
since it's mesh, you can't really
Oh, okay.
sew it.
Would you like to see
Yes. Now let me take a look.
And if I can have my mom, she'll testify to the condition it was returned in. The dress,
Well, I
I
see it
wouldn't
now. You
loan
didn't have
it
it
out
clean.
the way that it looked.
You didn't have it clean, did you?
No.
Oh.
She didn't either.
Oh, I see what happened. Your heel went through the dress.
Right.
It's happened to me.
If she would
But I
have
was
just
wearing my own
fessed
dress.
up, it would have been
held
okay.
being short.
Okay. Here you go. Thank you. Give it back to her. Okay. How did she return it to you?
It was wadded up in a plastic grocery bag, and it wasn't handed to me. It was thrown at me by Sandy.
Okay.
And
Who's
she told
Sandy?
me
This
she didn't
one?
want to hear anything else about the
Yes,
damn
ma'am.
dress.
This is Sandy.
This is
And it was given to you in a shopping bag, grocery bag.
Right.
Okay, Miss Johnson, I'll hear from you.
Basically, I was invited to a play that we had to do for work. And we were in my office, and we were discussing that I needed a dress. Never asked anybody for a dress. I have one at home that I was talking about. I just needed a shawl. The next day, she came in with a dress that had a shawl, and she said, I have this one. She is known for kissing up and what have you with the doctors that had worked there before I got there. So she brought me in this dress, and I was like, well, you know, I don't feel comfortable borrowing a dress. And she said, well, don't worry about it. I don't wear it anymore. I've only worn it once. So I borrowed it. A week later, I mean, you know, I borrowed it, it was at home. A week later, she asked me about it, and I said, yes, I was going to get it dry cleaned for you. There was no agreement beforehand. I said, yes, I was going to get it dry cleaned for you. She said, don't worry about it. I won't ever wear it again anyway.
You ultimately returned the dress to her in a shopping bag.
Yes.
Wrong!
Right. No, you're right. You're exactly right.
That's why I'm here.
Right. But
that's why I'm here. You borrow a dress, you do the responsible thing. If you're the responsible adult, and she's the young associate, you do the responsible thing. You borrow a dress, you wear it, you take it to the cleaners, you have it cleaned, and you return it.
Right.
Now, you were probably embarrassed because you would rip the dress, sort of let it slide. That doesn't mean that your dress, Miss Sharon, appreciates in value. It's not an antique. Let me explain something to you. You didn't spend $500 for that dress.
I spent more than that. I have records and everything.
Oh, well, I'd like to see.
Okay,
I'd like to see the bill and the check that you wrote for that dress for $500.
We don't have the bill and the check because you can't return formal gowns, but about a week ago, my grandmother went to the Jessica McClintock store.
Listen to me.
Yes.
I want to see your check or a paid bill